And today, my presentation is about the MCC Compact geopolitical game under the Indo-Pacific strategy and its impact on Nepal. And first, I just want to share what is the introduction of a geopolitical agenda beyond economic aid. And today I'm here aim to provide an analysis of the MCC's compact signed between the United States and Nepal. So superficially, it is a 500 million economic aid project. It might improve Nepal's energy and transportation infrastructure. However, its essence is far more complex. And the agreement is deeply embedded within the grand framework of U.S. Indo-Pacific strategy, carried significant geopolitical intentions to counter China and reshape the regional landscape. So my presentation will focus on this essence, analyzing its strategic motives and the implementations mechanism and potential far-reaching impacts on Nepal's sovereignty and national interests. And next, I just want to share the nature and the linkage of MCC and IPS. What is the MCC Compact? I think everybody knows more about that. It's funded by U.S. grant of 500 millions Nepal government, and funded increased from the 130 millions to 197. And this project is supposed to focus on the road upgrades and electricity transportation lines, construction of these lines. And also this state goals is increase the electricity availability, lower transportation cost to promote investment growth and poverty reduction. What is the Indo-Pacific strategies? That is a U.S. national security strategy, which was proposed by Trump. In 2017. Trump administration ended the Indo-Pacific rebalance strategy, and soon after he took office as the Prime Minister, he provided this proposal of Indo-Pacific strategy. And also, as the Biden administration upgraded this strategy. And its core objective is to maintain U.S. hegemony in the Indo-Pacific regions. What is his measures about the politically building an anti-China alliance, interfere in China's internal affairs, and economically and isolating China in supply chains through the mechanisms like the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework, and military, of course, and increasing deployment bases and exercises to contain and deter China. And I think the MCC and the Indo-Pacific strategy has a deeply relationship. And MCC is a policy tool for the IPS. And it has the strategic alignment, deeply integration exists between the MCC and IPS. And also there is an official endorsement. U.S. Assistant Secretary of the State and runs explicitly started in 2019. That the MCC project in Nepal is a part of the U.S. Indo-Pacific strategy in directly link economic aid to the strategic goals of countering China. And next, I just want to share the U.S. strategic intentions and the implementation means. And I think the first is that the geostrategic layout In the MCC clauses stated it shall prevail over Nepal's domestic law and US personnel are not subject to the Nepalese jurisdiction, severe undermining Nepal's legislative and judicial sovereignty. And also there are some security concerns. And the project locates location in the US-Nepal joint military training in the Mustang district raised deep concern within the Nepal about MCC being used for military purpose and serving the IPS and strengthening the regional security. And also next is just like a dual regulation coordinating and utilizing India. In the implementation must reportedly subject to the obtaining India's consent, in which not only infringed Nepal's sovereignty, but also reveal U.S. strategic calculation co-opting India.
Professor, you have PowerPoint right now. You can connect. Yeah. This is the PowerPoint, yeah. Now, which is 2.2, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Just tell me the number.
Okay. And yes, nextly is co-opting India as a key IPS partner against China, while subtle balance and regulating India's influence to serve U.S. interests. And I think this next is that 2.3 integrating Nepal into the IPS system multidimensionally. I think economically strengthening Nepal-India economic integration through the transmission line and road upgrades, reducing Nepal's economic reliance on China, pulling it into the US-made economic system. And also military is also some measures, just like seeking joint training exercises and logistical support by the try to through the framework like the state partnership, SPP, and to establish military presence to monitor China's Tibet and support the U.S. regional security architecture, and also the politically and fostering and supporting the U.S. political forces within Nepal through the aid and political maneuvering influence its domestic and foreign policies towards the U.S. and India, attempting to alter Nepal's traditional distance diplomacy and non-alignment policy. And next, I just want to share the potential impacts and consequences for Nepal. And in period national sovereignty and diplomatic independence. Yes, and I think this NCC is extra legal privileges and exclusive U.S. control over the auditing directly challenge Nepal's sovereignty, and also been incorporated into the IPS explicitly aimed at a country China would force Nepal to choose sides, losing diplomatic flexibility and independence, entangling it in major power competition, and also exacerbated domestic political divisions and social strives.